If you currently use fillers, this is for you. Now, I recently did a video that went viral on TikTok, and it was really because this doctor explained how when filler enters the body, sometimes it can stay there a very long time, if not indefinitely. We've seen so many different celebrities and examples now of people where their face is just looking a little odd and we're wondering what is actually going on. This doctor explains how this one person had had a certain amount of fillers over a certain period of time, and how through an MRI image shows that it is just literally hanging out underneath the skin. So let's talk about that for a minute and then also talk about the difference between the fillers and the Botox. Fillers are often mimicked after natural substances like hyaluronic acid that occur naturally in your body, only they create them in a synthetic form and inject them into the skin to get similar results. The problem with injecting these fillers is that while it may give you that appearance in the short term, in the long term, your skin changes and that filler is often drifting around. It can actually change the appearance of your skin too. I'm not one to fear monger, and I think if you're doing things in a reasonable manner and having this conversation with your doctor or dermatologist, that they should be able to enlighten you to the risk so that you can make that really responsible decision for yourself. However, Botox, which could be confused with fillers because it's still an injection, is quite different. Now, whenever I was in aesthetic school, my teacher basically could not explain to me how Botox would leave the body, and that was a red flag for me. So that's why I never opted for getting Botox, even though I started to get those wrinkles and I'm in my now late 40s, and why I also sort of steered away from getting the fillers, just kind of not knowing this information. I figured if nurses and professionals couldn't tell me 20 years ago, then I would sort of wait and see, sort of, the proof is in the pudding. Now it is more common knowledge that the Botox is excreted through the kidneys, and in some cases it can hang out a bit longer than the good or positive effects you see in your skin. However, it doesn't tend to have the same risk because it is a completely different substance. I always encourage you, again, to have those conversations with your doctor so that you can make the best informed decision for yourself. Some are going to come back and say it can be dissolved. I've had people say, yes, I've had it dissolved numerous times. Now, my comment / question to that is, if you need it to have it dissolved, and more than once specifically, is it then really worth it? Go back and dissolve something that to me is telling that there was an issue to begin with, because that filler isn't either providing you with the service it's intended to do, or it's hanging out and causing other issues that are not aesthetically desirable. When that filler is injected, yes, it may give you that instant gratification, it may give you the look that you want, but there may be some long-term consequences. Instead of being scared or nervous about it, especially if you've had fillers and now you're freaking out, I would just encourage you to definitely not freak out, because my motto is the more you know, the more you glow. Now you're actually armed with this new information that you can take to your doctor and have that discussion about. Maybe you don't see any issues at all, which is awesome, but if you do, at least you won't be left in the dark. At least you'll know what's going on, and you'll be able to have a conversation and figure out a plan to hopefully tackle it, bring it back to those desired results that you want. I hope this information was helpful for you today. Please like and subscribe to my channel and make sure and set that notification bell. The more you know, the more you glow.